Robots Radio presents...
Previously on Ambrosia Island.
Down from the scaffolding are 4 individuals dressed in the same black robes.
I told you I had it.
We've all got the quicks going. I love it so much.
The 4th mook surveys the surroundings. And he stabs himself in the chest.
Oh!
From his eye, the eye seems to pop out of his head, that ball of white flame.
I like to just kind of step up and break the chair as I step up out of it.
And this thing moves.
Oh dear.
We gotta get out of here.
2 seconds to hand over Dexter, or we all should.
Ellen, can you shoot them?
Shoot the tires
You've got an
Yeah.
SMG. Can you just unload? Gangster
just
style.
unload on the whole fucking
Garrison's
car.
in the car. Who
The
cares?
entire car goes into the waterfront.
I'm going to try and rescue Garrison.
You whack John straight in the face.
Fuck, well, they're not coming up.
Is it, mate?
Swear you saw something swimming away in the distance.
This is not good.
And now. How long are we out for?
Roll a d10 for me.
Has he got a flask on him?
Yeah, he definitely has a flask on him. And
Of
now
course.
He passes
3.
it around.
Yeah,
Cigarette where he
John's first one out 3 minutes later. He comes to, and for you it'll be 6 minutes.
Can Pierre be slapping one of them?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Slap me. I'm the first to awake.
Wake up, come on!
Jace, I'm up. What happens?
Well, it's not good exactly. We
No.
lost Garrison, lost the car, lost Dexter, and looks like you two nearly drowned. So that's fun. That's new.
Wait, but somehow you saved each other, so it's quite good.
Yeah, we're looking for better than quite, Pierre. But
All right, so do we know Jesus. And he'll search on himself for the book.
Yep, you search yourself in the book. It's still there.
what are you
still
looking
have it.
for?
He'll pull it out and find and pull out the leather tome.
So it's this big, heavy number. It looks very old. It looks very worn. It's now quite waterlogged.
That's what I was worried about.
Yep. The cover is it's got a leather strap. The edges might be a bit frayed, but potentially the inside's okay. You don't know.
Yeah, this is a problem. All right, do you have... He'll look for the fire.
You look for the fire?
Well, the fire that's around.
Look at the fire.
Seek out
burning down
the
the
fire.
warehouse.
Yeah.
Yes, the warehouse is
You
Do
very
you hear
much...
any sirens yet?
But
Yeah.
by this point, the warehouse is very much ablaze.
Right.
It's on fire.
Very on fire. Right, Jean, we can get you a new Bible. This is fine.
Jeez. All right. Well, we need to skedaddle because the police or the fireys or whoever's going to pop up is not going to take our secret organization.
We've taken our luggage. She makes a gesture to the slumped form of the
mooks, the cultists,
the weapon that you used, the sack of cement mook crumpled on the pavement.
As you say that, one of the mooks appears to be stirring.
Can I stir first?
By this time is when you come up.
Oh, sorry, friends. Just had to take a little nap. It was a little taxing. We didn't get Garrison.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, it's waking up.
That's all right. I'm on it, and I'll step over to him as he, in the perfect moment of he opens his eyes.
Yeah, he snaps his eyes and before him...
fist comes down again.
Oh, he's out.
Yep, great.
Is it like
I'm not
he
even
kinda-
rolling for that.
Is it like he kind of like goes to sit up and his face like meets your fist? Like as the perfect moment of him coming up, your fist is also coming to meet
It's
him.
more a moment of he comes up, looks around, and as he gathers his senses, he loses them again.
Dude's out. Once
Yeah.
again, he's had a hard day. He takes another hit point of damage. He's not doing too great.
That's all right. He goes into the car with the rest of them.
As they say, should we make ourselves scarce?
That's probably a good idea. All
So
right.
you have...
I've just come up with an idea for a device that propels you through the water, by the way.
Pierre's sort of limping away to the car.
It's not quite the time nor the place for that. Well,
So you guys have Garrison's car, and you do have a safe house of sorts, kind of downtown. It's effectively a little apartment that you could potentially go to. That's the one haven you have in New York at this point in time. You don't hear
There
any
are 4
signs
vampires in there when you get there.
Little Easter egg there, folks.
You don't hear any police at the moment, but as you've rightly said, it's not long before surely someone would be coming out.
And as we're driving away, we've got the blazing warehouse through the rear window.
Yeah, as 3 mooks are in our boot.
They're in your boot, right? Good. I was going to ask how you prepared them in the car.
They're boot
So,
mooks.
Yeah, they're boot mooks.
Would I be?
I'm
Mena?
I'm driving.
Mena driving.
I don't think. Can anyone else drive?
I've got a small amount of driving skill,
Yes.
not a lot.
I can choose not to. I see the point of owning a car.
And just
That means
curiously,
you can't.
who jumps into the? Is it the same kind of setup
Yeah,
as?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So we got Jörn and Mena in the front, and then Murphy. A very. By the way, it's Garrison's car, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Just 2 of you are soaking wet. Just thought you should know that. Bloody nose, John. You're still a bit groggy.
I'm trying to air the pages of the book.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
opening it and trying to fan it. I might steal Pierre's Zippo lighter and try and not without singeing the pages, try and get them drier a bit as much as I possibly can.
Pierre keeps leaning in to try and light his cigarette. Yeah.
And Mina, you drive off.
I'm
into
driving.
The
I
night.
want to fumble with the radio and try and get it to a.
I want to fumble my dog.
Fuck, drag rush. No, I want to
Driving.
turn on some opera on the radio. Just
Which one?
there'd be like an opera channel. I don't know what was going to be on. Maybe some Beethoven.
I don't know if anything's on at night on the radio in New York.
it is 2
never
a.m. It is
sleeps.
2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And I've got a small notebook, and I'm scribbling plans.
Midnight, rather.
for one of those Sea Glide devices.
Yeah. As you
Thinking Subnautica.
Yeah.
It's going to be about, it's about a 20-minute drive to your place, your safe house, as it were. And during that time, I'm happy you guys to do a couple of minutes worth of talking to there's a lot happened.
So what we know is that these cultists, they've got another. Who saw what happened?
I was there. They ambushed me as I came back down the side of the warehouse. There was a woman. She was dressed to intimidate with very high knee boots, and in my experience, that means she means business. I had a few run-ins with her type in my youth.
I'm sure that's what you were looking for there. The knee-high. Nothing about her face that you could remember.
Get to the point.
You
yes.
you remember her quite well. I can actually.
She was quite stern and a bit mean-looking.
Typically, the meaner-looking ones, they are, you know.
So you're
No, I don't.
You're basically describing any woman in New York.
I guess so. She had long, dark hair, a lot lipstick on, and she was wearing the robes and had, as I said, the knee-high boots. She seemed to be in charge. These ones, they were a bit more serious. They had guns.
How many?
There were at least 4 more.
Okay, so
And,
they jump you. They take Dexter.
Hi, and Garrison.
Garrison, and then they ended up in the bay, and now, no Garrison.
Where is she from? Homeland.
Did I hear her speak?
You did.
She American?
She sounded American.
I believe she was American.
It's a shame.
Hi, all the hard women come from the States. I don't understand it. What's about this country that turns people hard?
Have you not
It's a
met,
hard country.
Have you not met one of my countrywomen? They are very strong,
Hey, but that's
very
hard.
practical type.
I think we're getting
I-
a bit off topic. As an American, may I say, this is all fucking out of hand. We're hard, we play hard. Let's get down to brass tacks, alright?
And you look hard.
I'm gonna ignore that.
So I found this book, and I'm trying to figure it out. But I look, give me a little bit of time, and I'll have a think and have a play and have a bit of a translate as much as I can. But
Are you looking through it?
well, I'm drying it.
You're drying at this point, so you haven't looked in.
Oh no, I'm opening it and flicking
Yeah.
through the pages without trying to read it or comprehend it. I'm literally just flicking through to get air to it.
So you find something quite strange because you're not reading it. You're just kind of flicking through it. It's in English.
that's fucked.
It kind of just escapes your knowledge
Initial-
at first.
yeah.
It's just kind of that part of your brain that goes, yes, I'm looking through a book.
Yeah, that's right. It's a book. It's in my language.
Book.
But then as you keep fanning and it just dawns on you, maybe when you shut it, and because this looks like quite an ancient tome, this looks like it has been around for quite a while, and yet it was English.
It's a wee bit strange. All right.
What?
No, it's all right. I'll just look. I'll be. Just give us a second, and I'll open it again and begin to read it.
As you start to look through it, none of it really makes sense. Sentences seem to end prematurely. It feels like it's a very odd translation It's been translated and retranslated. Like, sentences don't quite make sense.
A bit like English, almost. Yeah.
Pages have clearly been ripped out at points. Oddly enough, if you actually keep flicking through, there's a page that's been folded down. And if you look at that page, it appears to be a very crudely drawn map of some description. Looks like an island. There's no defining marks, there's no legend, so to speak. There's just at the bottom there, almost burnt into the page, Ambrosia. And it's clearly a page that the spine has been broken onto for quite a while.
Just for clarification, is it a map of the island?
It's a map of the island, and all that it seems to be is the outside of it in a horseshoe shape is something like coloured in, like something peppers the outside of the island. There seems to be land in the middle, and then something's around. It looks like it could be trees or vegetation or something, but it's very clearly like a horseshoe around it, and the rest of it is just bare.
Does it indicate where it is in the sea?
No.
Okay.
I'm imagining that while the father is kind of like looking at this and taking it in, there's kind of like silence in the car, and Mena says, "Look, I don't know if this is anything or if I'm just going fucking nuts, but I think I saw something in the water. Don't know if it was one of those goons getting away, but just thought you should know."
Perhaps Mr. Garrison got away? We can hope.
Did he have free use of his arms and legs?
We don't even know how he got. We thought he was with
tied
us.
Up.
You have no idea. 1
No,
minute.
Garrison was. Dexter wasn't.
Dexter, you were asking about Dexter or
No,
Garrison?
I was asking about Garrison.
Yeah, Garrison, you know that you untied him, and he was with you.
Great.
And then you guys obliterated the flame, and as you guys were going out, somewhere between then and when the car drove off, he was in the car.
We didn't get to see whether he was bound.
Pierre was the only one that heard him.
Could I hear that he was bound?
You could not.
Damn.
At this point, you actually get a bit of a flashing in the rearview mirror.
Shit.
The headlights are just flashing
It's not
on and off.
cops or
On and
anything.
off. I mean, not that you can tell.
So it's headlights that are flashing?
Yeah.
Ah.
Headlights that are flashing, quite insistent. They're not aggressively coming up to you, they're just behind you, and they're flashing over and over, almost patiently.
Looks like we got company.
Pierre turns around and looks through the rear window. Anything I can tell about the car or
With
the
your
driver?
French eyes.
If you have a look,
Oof.
you can
No, that's eggs.
you can see there's two people
French eggs.
in the front, both wearing fedora hats, dressed in suits. Honestly, they don't look too unlike the kind of wear that Mena gets around in, that you've seen her in before.
They look like mobsters.
Like mobsters.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Friends of yours?
Do I recognize them?
You look at the back and you squint. You look and sure enough, yeah, that's Lenny and Domino, two of your grunts.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of flashing you to basically pull over.
Shit. I know these guys. Hang 10, everybody.
I'm going to reach under the driver's seat and pull out my pistol.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull over.
Yeah, so you pull over to the side of the road. It's still, you haven't reached the city yet. You're still kind of in the outskirts, so it's pretty quiet. Once again, it's midnight. And then Lenny, he pulls over to the side, turns it off. Both of them get out. Very affable, pretty agreeable. They get out and they wait for you to come out.
I'm really engrossed in like drawing the idea, and then I sort of noticed that we've stopped. Oh, what is happening?
I got some people I might know.
Oh,
They're looking to meet me.
okay.
But
Should we? Oh, you've got the gun out. Okay. Right.
you got a gun, father?
Okay. Where's
Hi,
my?
that's
Can anyone
right.
see where
Hey, Mena, you out there? Can you come out here? Come on.
Yeah, give me a second, hot stuff.
What the...
Fucking doing something. All
Come
right.
on, Lenny, calm down. You know, she'll be out in a minute. Don't rock the boat.
Does anybody have my rifle back there?
I think the cultists are probably on the top of it. It's in the boot, isn't it not?
Oh, that's right. That's Irish. Hang on.
Can you?
I think that is correct.
What can you fire? Just a rifle?
That is what I used. Yes. I mean, I can
Useless.
point the gun. Yes.
I should be clear. You're good friends with these people.
Yeah,
They are-
but
It's been a weird night.
it is also like in the mob. You do you essentially.
You don't get that far trusting everybody implicitly.
No. So I'm just gonna say, keep an eye out. I'm gonna go over and say, hey.
Perhaps they could recommend a bar.
I'm just going to get out.
So you get out and,
This time of night.
Domino, he's leaning against the front of the car. He's already lit up a cigarette. And Lenny, he's a bit younger. He's a little bit more impatient. He's short. He's stocky. He's swart. And I said, hey, Mena, what took you so long? I've been waiting near an age.
I had some business to attend to. Is that okay with you?
Yeah. We've been watching you for a little while. Some crazy stuff going on. Yeah?
You've been watching me.
You've
been watching me. Why don't you watch your own business, all right?
Yeah. I just do what the big boss tells me to do, Your daddy says jump, I say how high.
I want to intimidate. This is Lenny, right?
Yeah, this is Lenny.
I want to intimidate.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, easy. I rolled a 33. She's pretty intimidating, right? She you don't get far by not.
She got moxie.
Yeah, she's got an 80 intimidate.
Hey, look, I don't want to rock the boat, I mean no disrespect. I don't mean any disrespect.
Lenny, shut the fuck up. You say the boss tells you what to do. For all intents and purposes, I am the boss, all right? Who is the last Sagenario left? It's me, all right? Now what the fuck are you doing here?
Domino speaks up. He says, there's the one big Sagenario, Nicola. He requests your presence up at the club.
The club, huh?
Yeah.
Did you say club?
Can you hear that?
I have a very good listen.
Yeah. He wants to see him now.
She kind of clicks her. All right. What are you knuckle fucks doing?
We're here to escort you to the club.
I think I can make my own way, thanks.
Yeah, it's not what the boss said. We're on the thread of our life. You and your friends over there, you come to the club. You come now. I don't make the rules. I just enforce what the boss says,
What did I tell you about the boss? All right, get in your car. We'll follow you. All intents and purposes, you did your job. I'm doing my job. Let's focus on that.
Lenny just kind of looks up and says, I really appreciate...
Shut up.
Okay. Lenny just kind of hangs his head in shame and he just goes in. Domino just flicks out the cigarette, gets in, and you just hear him, come on, Lenny, you're not better than that. Jesus. You're always making waves. Why can't you just... see, this is why you're never going to get ahead,
Mena, is everything okay?
Yeah, look, I got some business to attend to. So it's best if we follow these guys. I know them. They're my people, all right?
Okay, where are we going?
We're going to meet... I'm going to say hey to my dad.
Oh, yes, okay. What?
Family business.
Righto, yes. That's what you say, right? Righto.
Well, as long as I got the keys, I assume I'm driving.
Is it okay if I go back to the apartment? I got a little bit burned.
They made it pretty clear it was all of you. Lenny and Domino start to drive off.
Listen, get in the car. These are my people, all right? If anything goes squiffy, we're going to be taken care of. Get you fixed up there, Jörg. Jürgen? Jörn?
Yeah, Jörn is fine. I know it's hard to pronounce. Like Ian, but Jörn.
All right,
Jörn.
It's close, yes. I don't like to make waves, as your friend said, but,
Father Murphy will lift his head up from the book that he's been reading. All right, what's happening?
Have you driven off?
Get in the car. We're going.
I think you were in the car, weren't you?
He kind of looks around. What? He's been stuck in his book. What's happening?
I just gotta drop in, do some business. I've been called upon. Family business.
All right. Let's do that, and then we can go home.
Nothing to worry about. Jörn will get taken care of his horrible burns.
And
I get a top up.
Yeah, you can get a drink, whatever.
Perfect.
All right.
Start to head straight into the city. You go past what was clearly your safe house in question.
We'll stare at it as we drive past.
You stare at it longingly. Wet, beaten. You've got 3 guys in the back of your car still, and you keep going through. Head into the downtown part of New York, and where it's quite busy. It's midnight, but it's a Friday night, so things are still busy. You come upon the club in question. It's a busy night at the club. Cars line the street and hopeful patrons line the sidewalk. Unlike the warehouse, there is no shortage of lights here. Commanding the attention, though, is a gigantic flashing word smacked onto the very top, above the elaborate staircase before you. The Candy Club. Fake palm trees line the top of the staircase, and the bouncers wait at the bottom.
We have all had clubs in our playthroughs.
I know.
The server room.
Delight.
Oh.
Delight. I forgot what it's called.
We should,
And the Candy Club.
Yeah.
I feel like we should make some specialty cocktails. I don't know.
I'd love to see an artist rendition of all of those clubs.
Yeah. They're all quite
They're very
different as well.
This is your club. You're just coming through the front at the moment, and you know that there is a parking lot around the side, which is where Lenny and Domino take you to. So you come round to the car park, they park themselves off, and they get out and they wait outside the car as usual. Domino lights up another cigarette.
Excuse me there. I feel I'm not quite dressed right for the club. Could I perhaps, out of respect, borrow your overcoat, maybe your hat?
Domino looks you up and down. Hey, go fuck yourself,
That's understandable. No problem.
Come on, get yourself a moving. Boss is waiting.
I'd like to roll the Master of Disguise somehow, and just look really. How do I disguise myself as a 6-foot Norwegian?
As a tree. A great and noble tree.
You do it with panache. As you step into the club, you grab a hat off the coat rack.
Yes. Yeah.
So
And it's all a fluid motion.
yeah.
Domino
and pull it low over my face. As
So
well.
Domino and Lenny, as they head around the front, you guys obviously are following behind. They cut straight in the front of a line. Everyone's kind of, what do you do? Oh, what? That's not fair. Come on, just they got a dame with them. What is this? And the four of you the 6 of you head up.
We are friends of the management.
A wet priest
With a book, still his nose, and he kind of has been like, what's going on? All right, and kind of steps out
Still
with
got
his
the book
head.
with him? Great.
He's just kind of like a small child who doesn't really know what's going on. He's just kind of following along.
Maybe Pierre has his hands lightly on his shoulders
Yeah,
just to
steering
sort of
him.
guide him from behind.
And as the 4 of you come up, you're immediately greeted by the lobby and the coat check. So do you just go for a hat?
Yeah, if there's one that's just sort of available on a hat rack rather than in the coat check itself, yeah, I'm going to try and grab a hat.
There is a person. There's a few people waiting to check their coats. A few of them are wearing hats. You could try and just
Maybe someone popped one
just down on the counter.
On the counter,
Yeah,
I can
they
just lift it off as I go past.
Yeah. I'll say, do your disguise check for me.
So I'm going to spend 10 luck to give myself a bonus die.
Ah, yes, that's right.
I do recall.
Still a fail.
So
Whoa.
you go to pick the hat off the counter, and just as you're about to pick it off, she doesn't even notice you went for it, but the lady at the check just grabs a hat and then goes to put it out the way. So you kind of grab air. You're just not quick enough. And then Lenny and Domino start ushering you ahead.
Okay.
And once inside, you realize just how huge the nightclub is. Able to accommodate a few hundred guests, the men and women, young and old, are spread out between the dance floor in the middle, the casino up the back, and the restaurant off to the right-hand side. It's all lavish, all art deco. A jazz band plays to the left of the dance floor, guarding what, Mena, you know to be the dressing room, the kitchens, and the office rooms. The Sagenario office.
I got business to attend to. Lenny and Carl.
I'd love it if that's what is the
Freudian
name.
slip. Lenny, Domino. I'm just gonna head in. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, I know you wanted a drink.
This seems like a good time.
Yeah, of course, boss. That's absolutely fine. If that's what you want to do, the boss. Sorry, not the boss. So you're the boss, but the other boss.
I'm
the
your
big,
boss.
Yeah.
He's our boss.
Yeah. Sorry. I know that. I'm stupid.
Hey, it's fine. Make sure my friends are taken care of. I believe Frenchie here wants a drink.
Mind?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a friend. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll get him a drink. Of course.
I'm not actually French. I'm from Mexico. I'm just joking. Just for a second there.
And Lenny doesn't quite know whether to laugh at that or not. He kind of looks to Mena.
Yeah, he does that sometimes. Just ignore him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And Domino's like, your father's waiting for you.
Great. All right. I'll see you in a sec. Enjoy the club, fellas.
So yeah, you guys are left to your own devices in the clubhouse while Mena starts heading towards Hyun, Pierre, and John. Well, John's still engrossed in his book at this time. Where do you? At the moment, you're kind of just as you meet past the coat rack, so kind of the dance floors before you.
So, John is Irish, and he's an Irishman in an Italian club, which is a fucking problem if it's run by mob.
Yes.
Because the Irish mob and the Italian mob at this time would not have been friends. So, is he smart enough to know that he needs to shut the fuck up? Or is he just going to be like,
or maybe
"Hey, can I grab a glass of Jameson?"
That's a good point. I think I would probably mention to.
Right. That,
For all intents and purposes, no one's treated you any differently so far.
wow, America is tolerant in Cthulhu world.
In
the pulp world.
In our dark fantasy.
Yeah.
Or the Saginarios
Have an
boss man
alliance?
as
Said, don't touch these fucks.
Maybe.
they
Yeah.
are with Mena, remember?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, well, he's just going to keep in his book then.
Yeah, maybe just like
Pierre, just guide him to a seat.
maybe
and
as
pop him down.
she walks past all three of yous. Try not to make too much of a scene. Remember, you're my guests, all right? What you do reflects on me. So try and shut the fuck up as much as possible.
Come on, what do you think is going to happen? Huh?
We'll be the pitches of civility. We will.
Pierre tries to sleight of hand a hat from a nearby table.
I mean, go for
Lenny,
it.
maybe you order drinks for them, all right? Your accent's probably the least offensive in this place.
Do not think my accent is offensive at all, but okay.
God damn it. All right, so I'm walking in.
Actually, I think your accent is quite offensive, really.
I was going to ask for a cup of tea.
in the
Yeah,
in the bar.
club. In the
you
club.
fucking idiot.
Well, you
Roll to Cast Ambrosia Island is a Baby Beard media production. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and all our podcasts are on Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, and all good podcatchers. You can support us on Patreon at www.patreon.com/babybeard. Pulp Cthulhu and all associated properties are trademark of Chaosium Inc. Used with permission.
You've been listening to a Robots Radio podcast. Smart shows for interesting people. Check out all the shows at robotsradio.net.
In a world where solid-state electronics and vacuum tubes are still meta, people never stopped loving atomic-powered everything. A chosen 500 stepped inside a subterranean vault to be spared the nuclear horror of the inevitable Great War. 25 years later, they emerge after the fallout settles to retake Appalachia. Among them, two former rivals whose blood feud will tear West Virginia apart in their epic struggle for survival. Chad, a vault bro who has a strength of 15, an intelligence of 2, and is a complete wasteland dickhead. Simon, a complicated anti-hero who chooses light and hope, but accidentally becomes a cannibal and wakes up naked and afraid with a Scorch Beast Queen after a date goes terribly wrong. What? I mean, it's a wild wasteland, right? This dark humor radio drama will have you driving off the road and crawling out from under the fallout. 2 men, 1 wasteland, and so many nukes. Chad, a Fallout 76 podcast, rated R, now streaming on your holotape player podcasty thing.